Shri Krishna Storybox.
This is Meenakshi. She loves Lord Krishna very much. Meenakshi was traveling with her grandparents to Mantralayam. Her grandmother was reading a sacred book. Feeling curious, Meenakshi asked, "Grandpa, can you tell me about Guru Raghavendra?" With a smile, he began to tell her about Sri Raghavendra Swamy. Meenakshi listened quietly, chanting his name with devotion. With every word she heard, her wish to see Sri Raghavendra Swamy grew stronger and stronger. Listening to the story, Meenakshi was deeply drawn into it. The thoughts stayed with her, echoing in her mind throughout the journey. In the sacred town of Bhuvanagiri, near Kumbakonam, in Tamil Nadu, a divine light descended upon the earth. This is the story of Venkanatha, the child who would one day become the world-renowned saint, Sri Raghavendra Swamy. Thimman Bhatta and Gopi Kamba were a kind and devoted couple. They were blessed with 2 children, a son named Guru Raja and a daughter named Venkadampa. After many years of loving prayers, God blessed them once again with a baby boy. They named him Venkatanatha. Everyone believed that Venkatanatha was a special gift from Lord Venkateshwara of Tirupati, sent with love to their family. He was born into a family of great musicians. His great-grandfather and grandfather held an honoured place as musicians in the royal court of the great king Krishna Devaraya. From his father, he learned how to play the veena with love and devotion. On the day of his Aksharabhyasam, when learning begins, little Venkatanatha sat quietly. He traced the sacred sound Om on a bed of rice. Then he looked at his father and asked softly, "Father, how can this one small sound, Om, tell us about the great and endless God?" His father, Thimman Bhatta, was amazed. He knew his son was not an ordinary child. This was only the beginning. Soon, Venkatanatha's wisdom would shine bright and guide the world. The bright days of Venkatanatha's childhood slowly became sad. While he was still very young, his father, Thimman Bhatta, passed away. Soon after that, his loving mother, Gopi Kamba, also left this world. Venkatanatha's elder brother, Guru Raja, and her sister, Venkadampa, took responsibility for his future. With great care and love, he guided Venkatanatha and looked after his early education. He was very wise from a young age. He learned everything easily. To give him the best education, Venkatanatha was sent to Madurai. There, he studied under his brother-in-law, the great scholar Lakshmi Narasimhasarya. Venkatanatha understood everything with ease. He learnt the Vedas, Shastras, Puranas, and music. When he played the veena, it felt like a prayer to God. People lovingly called him Veena Venkata Bhatta. Wanting to learn more about God, Venkatanatha travelled to Kumbakonam. The meeting of Venkatanatha with his guru, Sri Sudheendra Tirtha, changed his life forever. There he sat at the feet of his guru and learned with deep respect and devotion. Life at the mutt was not easy. While others slept at night, Venkatanatha stayed awake, studying and writing under the soft light of a lamp. One night, the Guru saw him asleep in the Purana Mandapam, with palm leaf manuscripts beside him. When the Guru read his writings, the words were clear, deep, and full of wisdom. Quietly, the Guru placed his own shawl over the sleeping student, a silent blessing. Pleased by his beautiful work, the Guru lovingly gave him the title Parimalacharya. While others depended only on memory, Venkatanatha spoke with clear understanding. He explained difficult ideas in a simple and beautiful way. Moving through the Shastras with confidence, he answered every question with ease. The learned scholars listened quietly, amazed by his wisdom and logic. Seeing this wonderful sight, King felt deeply moved. With his Guru's blessing, the king honoured Venkatanatha with a special golden title, Mahabhashyacharya, the great master of sacred commentaries. Venkatanatha's brother and sister visited the Mata to seek the Guru's blessings for his marriage. With his Guru's blessings, Venkatanatha got married to the kind Saraswati Bai. Soon their home became happy. A baby boy was born and they named him Lakshmi Narayanan. Life was simple and hard at times. Some days there was very little food at home. Still, he never stopped sharing knowledge. He taught students with love and never asked for money. Venkatanatha deeply loved his little son and cared for him lovingly. One day at a gathering, Venkatanatha was asked to grind sandalwood paste. As he worked, he chanted the Agni Suktam. When the paste was used, people felt a strong heat. Venkatanatha chanted again Varuna Suktam, and suddenly everything felt cool and peaceful. Everyone understood then. His prayers had great power. One day, he felt a strong wish to visit his Guru. During the visit, the Guru said, "Take Sanyasa. You are chosen to protect Dharma." Venkatanatha felt confused. He thought about his kind wife and his little son. He said softly, "How can I leave my family?" With a heavy heart, he returned home and shared everything with his wife. She was shocked and began to tremble. Venkatanatha had no words to say. He gently held her and tried to console her with love. That night, he could not sleep. He had a divine dream. Goddess Vidya Lakshmi appeared and gently spoke to him. She reminded him of his past lives as Prahlada and Vyasaraja. Your life belongs to the world. Venkatanatha understood his true purpose. With courage and devotion, he returned to the Kumbhakonam mud and told his guru, "I am ready to accept sannyasam." Amid sacred chants, Venkatanatha took sannyasa. He became Sri Raghavendra Tirtha, a great saint who would guide millions. Back at home, the news reached Saraswati Pai. She was deeply saddened and could not imagine life without her husband by her side. Overwhelmed with sorrow, with a heavy heart, she left her beloved son in the care of her relatives, trusting fate and faith to guide his future. She left this world suddenly. Her soul remained restless. Seeing her state, Swami Raghavendra's heart filled with compassion. He gently sprinkled holy water from his kamandal and chanted sacred mantras. At that very moment, her soul found peace and freedom. Through his grace, she attained moksha, blessed by the one she had loved and served so faithfully. And so began the sacred journey of Sri Raghavendra Swamy, a guiding light for all. During his holy journey, Guru Raghavendra Swamy visited many temples. A devotee named Desai invited the Guru to his home for a special puja. As part of the feast for the guests, shikaranir, a thick mango juice, was prepared in a large vessel. The boy fell into a large vessel of mango juice. During the preparations, a sad accident happened, but the parents stayed silent out of devotion. With his divine vision, Raghavendra Swamy knew everything. He asked gently, "Bring your son to receive Tirtha." Raghavendra Swamy sprinkled holy water and chanted sacred mantras. To everyone's joy, the child opened his eyes. All understood then. Raghavendra Swamy is a boundless ocean of grace. Near the hills of Adani, there lived a kind little boy named Venkanna. Venkanna did not go to school. He cared for cows and lived close to nature. Though uneducated, his heart was pure. He silently prayed to the great saint Sri Raghavendra Swamy, whom everyone lovingly called Rayaru. Rayaru was travelling through the land. He saw Venkanna and felt the boy's pure devotion. Rayaru gently blessed him and placed Mantralayam, sacred rice blessed with mantras, in his small hands. With tears in his eyes, Venkanna said, "Swami, I am an orphan. I don't know anything. What can I do?" Rayaru smiled with kindness and said, "Whenever you are in great trouble, remember me. I will always be there." Venkanna tied the precious rice into a bundle and always carried it with him. Years later, Nawab of Adoni stopped his carriage and called Venkanna. He handed him a letter and said, "Read this aloud." Venkanna became very scared. He had never learned to read even one letter. Closing his eyes, and he prayed softly, "Rayaru, please save me." Suddenly, a miracle happened. The letters on the paper began to glow. When Venkanna opened his eyes, words flowed from his mouth like magic. He read the royal letter clearly and beautifully. It spoke of a great victory and the birth of a prince. The Nawab was amazed and full of joy. Pleased with his answer, the Nawab gave him a position Through dedication, Venkanna soon became his trusted Diwan. When we remember Raya with faith, he never leaves us alone. Nawab decided to test the saint with a cruel trick. Secretly, the Nawab had prohibited meat prepared. Venkanna was unaware of this. It was placed on silver plates and carefully hidden beneath rich silken cloths. The next day, he accompanied Venkanna to the puja. With a calm face and restless mind, the Nawab offered those covered plates to the deity, Mula Rama. He waited, holding his breath. Raya smiled at the offering and softly sprinkled sacred water from his kamandalam over the plates. Then, in a calm and firm voice, he said, "Remove the cloth." As the Nawab pulled back the silk, his heart skipped a beat. The meat had vanished. In its place, plates overflowing with fragrant flowers and fresh, ripe fruits. The Nawab trembled. With tears he cried, "Forgive me, O saint. I tested a divine soul." And Raya, ever merciful, with a heart as vast as the ocean, forgave him instantly. Filled with gratitude, the Nawab offered land and riches, but Raya gently refused, saying, "A sannyasi seeks no gold or land." Only after Venkanna's repeated prayers did Raya make one simple request. He asked for Manjali, a dry, rocky, barren village on the banks of the Tungabhadra. Venkanna was confused. "Why this land, Swami?" he asked. Raya smiled. He knew this land was sacred. Long ago, Prahlada had performed a great yajna there, blessing the soil forever with divine purity. And so, the gift was sealed. On an auspicious day, Raya entered the village of Manjale. He prayed at the temple of Manjalama and received her blessings. There, he also installed an idol of Lord Venkateshwara, making Manjale a sacred place. After securing the land, Raya showed Venkanna an old black rock and said, "Make my Brindavana from this stone alone." He explained that Lord Rama once rested on it, making it sacred. Thus, the holy rock became the foundation of Mantralayam, linking Rama's time with Raya's grace. Manjale became Mantralayam, the gateway to peace. Raya was travelling to Udupi to have the darshan of Sri Krishna. Swami Raghavendra composed Indu, Yanake Govinda, in praise of Udupi Krishna, often singing in deep devotion and entering a trance. He stayed there for a long time and had a golden icon of Udupi Krishna made as a remembrance. Sri Appanacharya was Raya's most beloved disciple. He was a great scholar who lived in Beechali on the banks of the Tungabhadra. Rayaru stayed at Appanacharya's home for many years. With deep devotion, Appanacharya even ground grain himself to lovingly prepare food for his guru. Knowing his time had come, Sri Raghavendra Swamy prepared to enter Jiva Samadhi. He asked Appanacharya to inform the people of the village. Shocked and heartbroken, Appanna still obeyed, for service was his nature. "How can I leave you now, Swami?" he cried. Raya gently replied, "Go, Appanna. When you return, you will be filled with divine fulfillment." On the sacred day of Shravana Krishna Thwitiya, the Guru knowingly prepared for his Jiva Samadhi. Holding his sacred prayer beads, he instructed his disciple with calm authority. As long as the beads continued to move in his hand, the work was to go on. The moment the beads became still would signify the exact divine time. Only then should the final stone be placed and the tomb sealed. With heavy hearts and tear-filled eyes, the Swami's disciples began their sacred task.
ಇಂದು ಎನಗೆ ಗೋವಿಂದ ನಿನ್ನಯ ಪಾದಾರವಿಂದವ ತೋರು ಮುಕುಂದನೆ. ಇಂದು ಎನಗೆ ಗೋವಿಂದ ನಿನ್ನಯ ಪಾದಾರವಿಂದವ ತೋರು ಮುಕುಂದನೆ. ಸುಂದರವದನನೆ ನಂದ ಗೋಪನ ಕಂದ ಮಂದರೋದ್ಧಾರ ಆನಂದ ಇಂದಿರಾರಮಣ. ಸುಂದರವದನನೆ ನಂದ ಗೋಪನ ಕಂದ ಮಂದರೋದ್ಧಾರ ಆನಂದ ಇಂದಿರಾರಮಣ. ನೊಂದೆನಯ್ಯ ಭವ ಬಂಧನದೊಳು ಸಿಲುಕಿ ಮುಂದೆ ದಾರಿ ಕಾಣದೆ ಕುಂದಿದೆ ಜಗದೊಳು ಕಂದನಂತೆಂದೆನ್ನ. ಕುಂದುಗಳೆಣಿಸದೆ ತಂದೆ ಕಾಯೋ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಕಂದರ್ಪ ಜನಕನೆ. ಇಂದು ಎನಗೆ ಗೋವಿಂದ ನಿನ್ನಯ ಪಾದಾರವಿಂದವ ತೋರೋ ಮುಕುಂದನೆ. ಮೂದತನದಿ ಬಹು ಹೇಡಿ ಜೀವನಾನಾಗಿ ದೃಢ ಭಕುತಿಯನು ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲವೋ ಹರಿಯೇ. ನೋಡಲಿಲ್ಲವೋ ನಿನ್ನ ಪಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲವೋ ಮಹಿಮೆಗಾಡಿಕಾರ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಬೇಡಿಕೊಂಬೆನು ನಿನ್ನ. ಇಂದು ಎನಗೆ ಗೋವಿಂದ ನಿನ್ನಯ ಪಾದಾರವಿಂದವ ತೋರೋ ಮುಕುಂದನೆ. ಧಾರುಣಿಯೊಳು ಭೂಭಾರ ಜೀವನಾನಾಗಿ ದಾರಿ ತಪ್ಪಿ ನಡೆದೆ ಸೇರಿದೆ ಕುಜನರ. ಆರು ಕಾಯುವರಿಲ್ಲ ಸೇರಿದೆ ನಿನಗಯ್ಯ ಧೀರ ವೇಣುಗೋಪಾಲ ಪಾರುಗಾಣಿಸೋ ಹರಿಯೇ. ಇಂದು ಎನಗೆ ಗೋವಿಂದ ನಿನ್ನಯ ಪಾದಾರವಿಂದವ ತೋರೋ ಮುಕುಂದನೆ. शरणम् Raghavendira Sri Raghavendira
Raghavendira Sri Raghavendira
Guruve Saranam Guruve Saranam Guruve Saranam Guruve Saranam श्रीमद्रामपादारविन्दमधुपः श्रीमध्ववंशाधिपः सच्चिष्योडुगणोडुपः श्रितजगद्गिर्वाणसत्पादपः अत्यर्थं मनसा कृताच्युतजपः पापान्धकारातपः श्रीमत्सद्गुरु राघवेन्द्र यतिराट् कुर्यात् मङ्गलम्। सुधीन्द्र सद्गुरु कराम्भोजोद्भव सन्ततं प्राजध्यानवशीकृताखिल जगद्वास्तव्यलक्ष्मीधव सच्छस्त्रादिविदूषकाखिल मृषावादिभकण्ठिरव श्रीमत्सद्गुरु राघवेन्द्र यतिराट् कुर्यात् ध्रुवं मङ्गलम्। अलङ्कारक काव्यनाटक कलाकारणादपातं जल त्रयर्थस्मृतिजैमिनी नियकविता सङ्गीतपारङ्गत विप्रक्षत्रविडङ्घ्रिजातमुखरानेक प्रजासेवितः श्रीमत्सद्गुरु राघवेन्द्र यतिराट् कुर्यात् ध्रुवं मङ्गलम्। रङ्गोत्तुङ्गतरङ्गमङ्गलकर श्रीतुङ्गभद्रातट प्रत्यक्स्थद्विजपुङ्गवालयलसन्मन्त्रालयाख्ये पुरे नव्येन्द्रोपलनीलभव्यकर सद्वृन्दावनान्तर्गतः श्रीमत्सद्गुरु राघवेन्द्र यतिराट् कुर्यात् ध्रुवं मङ्गलम्। विद्वत्त्राजशिरकिरीटखचितानर्घ्योरुरत्नप्रभा रागाघोघः पादुकाद्वयचरपदमाक्षमालाधर भास्वत्तण्टकमण्डलुज्ज्वलकरो रक्ताम्बराडम्बर श्रीमत्सद्गुरु राघवेन्द्र यतिराट् कुर्यात् मङ्गलम् वृन्दावन सत्प्रदक्षिण नमस्काराभिषेकस्तुति ध्यानाराधन मृद्विलेपन मुखानेकोपचारान् सदा कारमभिप्रयान्ति चतुरो लोकाः पुमर्थान् सदा श्रीमत्सद्गुरु राघवेन्द्र यतिराट् मङ्गलम् वेदव्यासमुनीशमध्वयतिराट्टिकार्यवाक्यामृतं ज्ञात्वा द्वैतमतं हलाहलसमों त्यक्त्वा समाख्याप्तये सङ्ख्यातत्सुखदां दशोपनिषदां व्याख्यां समाख्यन् मुदा श्रीमत्सद्गुरु राघवेन्द्र यतिराट् मङ्गलम् लोकजालक गुरु श्रीमत्परिराट् गुरु शास्त्रे देगु गुरु श्रितामरतरु प्रत्युह गोत्रस्वरु चेतोतीत शिरुस्तथा जितवरुस्सत्सौख्य सम्पत्करु श्रीमत्सद्गुरु राघवेन्द्र यतिराट् मङ्गलम् यः सन्ध्यास्वनिशुं गुरोर्यतिपते सन्मङ्गलस्याष्टकं सद्यः पापहरं स्वसेवि विदुषां भक्तैतदा भाषितम् भक्त्या वक्तिसुसम्पदं शुभपदं दीर्घायुरारोग्यकं कीर्तिं पुत्रकलत्रबान्धवसुहन्मूर्ति प्रयाति ध्रुवम् इति श्रीमदप्पणाचार्यकृतं राघवेन्द्रमङ्गलाष्टकं सम्पूर्णम् श्रीमद्राघवेन्द्रपादसरोजातभृङ्गाय नमः मध्वसिद्धान्तसारार्थप्रकाशकमहात्मने मङ्गलाष्टककर्तारं भक्तिज्ञानसंहितम् अप्पनाचार्य गुरुवे सर्वकार्ये समर्पये जय राघवेन्द्राय सत्यधर्मरथाय च भजतां कल्पवृक्षाय नमतां कामधेनवे जय राघवेन्द्राय सत्यधर्मरथाय च भजतां कल्पवृक्षाय नमतां कामधेनवे जय राघवेन्द्राय सत्यधर्मरथाय च भजतां कल्पवृक्षाय नमतं कामधेनवे